Hey guys, this is another Georgia Kid production. Today we're doing a little review on the survival ammo can. This can used to hold blank M200 cartridges. It no longer holds that sort of ammo. It does hold a little bit of ammo, but nothing near that high of a caliber. This one was a 500 round can. Dimensions are 7 inches by 11 inches by 7 inches, I believe. So I think this one's a little bit smaller than 7. Alright. This one, when the military or Navy or whatever used it, it was $117.50. This one was gave to me a couple years ago, but I've seen them go from $10 to $15 depending on what size you get. So, depending on how much stuff you're going to put in there will decide on which size you're going to get. So, you could find them for cheap at a yard sale, maybe if you get lucky, or thrift shop maybe, but usually I see them in an Army Navy store or something like that. You can also get plastic ones, but I do not recommend doing that because this one is full metal all the way around it. Nice metal carrying handle. It's all riveted and welded shut, and it is somewhat waterproof. I'll put in the description if it's waterproof, tight, or if it leaks or what, but because I haven't tried that, so I'll take all the gear out and try that and post it in the comments for you. Alright. So we'll go ahead and get into what's inside now. That's zoomed in really far. Hold up. I don't know if I can zoom in. Alright. I can't zoom out or zoom in or nothing. Alright. I don't know why I zoomed in so far. Alright. So as you can see, this is packed to the brim. I know there's a bunch of things you're seeing right now, and you're like, what the heck am I going to use this for? What is that? And all this other stuff, but we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, so first off, this lid is removable, if I can get it with this holding the camera. Alright, it did come off. Alright, let's move that out of the way. Right here in the lid, that didn't go in the lid. We have a thing of Q-tips. This is about 50 in here right now. I'm going to put a bunch more in there, but I just threw a couple in. Just got a handful. Put them in there. Electrical tape it shut so it wouldn't fly open or anything. Of course, for cleaning out your ears so you can hear. Cleaning whatever else, or just because you need them. Alright, so right here we have face / it's the ugly brother. This is camo face / body paint. This you can use for if you're staking out something, you're trapping, hunting, or you just don't want to be seen, you can use that number. You can use that for that number. Alright, so right here we have, that kid just fell down. Alright, here we have 2 feet of Velcro, 2 feet of the smooth side, 2 feet of the rough side, of course, because you need both sides to make Velcro useful. So, of course, you have to have both sides. Alright, so right here we have 2 things of wire. This is really thick wire. It's about 3 feet of it. And this is about 5 feet of electric fence wiring. Now, these are the spools that came on. Now, what I believe this top wire is for, since this is electric fence wiring, you would tie this and, of course, run an electric current through it. You tie the electric fence wire off with this thick wire. That's what I believe it is for. If I'm wrong, please leave in the comments. If I'm wrong, if I'm right, and if I'm wrong, what it's for. So I will know what I'm dealing with here. But that's my theory. Just tell me if I'm right or wrong, and because I don't want to use it for something I'm not supposed to. Alright, so next we have 3 clips. We have a small black, a medium blue, and a big red. Of course, these are self-explanatory, clipping things to your pack. Or you need to clip something to a tree, maybe just hang it off of a branch or something like that. So, as you can see, the waterproof O-ring right there. I just recommend keeping that oiled, but mine's been sitting inside for 2 years and I haven't touched it, so I think you'll be okay. Alright, so I'm going to stand instead of sitting. Alright, so right here we have the main can. Right on top, we have tinfoil. This can double as a reflective mirror. As you can see, it's bright, coming off the lights. Or, of course, for cooking, because I believe you can boil water in this since this is metal. The paint might come off of it, but you should be okay. But I'm not 100% positive about that, so I would be cautious. But this tinfoil is probably, I think it's like 1 by 3 once you open it up. So good bit of tinfoil, and it takes up hardly any room. Alright, so next we have 4 hand warmers. There's 2 in a pack. Of course, I'd say you would use these in a emergency situation when you have to have warmth. On it says you can focus. Alright. Hunt with it, golf with it, camp with it. Hike with it, camp with it, run with it, rake the lawn with it, go snowboarding with it, or go fishing with it. So there's 4 of them in there. Up to 10 hours of heat on them. Alright, next we have some similar to that. These are toe warmers. There's 2, only 1 in a pack. This has 6 hours of heat in it. On the bottom it says you can do all the same things with it. These are made in the USA. I try to get things only made in the USA, but some things I might have to have, and they're made in China. Just like the ugly kid just said. Alright, so next, right here we have steel wool. And I will explain what this steel wool is for in just a moment. You probably already know what it's for, though. Some of you might. Right here we have fishing line. This was 330 yards of it, 10-pound test. Now there's at least 250 or so, but that's plenty of fishing line for sewing up a wound if you have to. I do have thread in here, but that's really for clothes wise. Sorry the camera's so shaky. I can't get it in a good position. But this for dressing up sewing up a wound. But I do recommend, if you do that, do it at your own risk, but changing it out every once in a while so this doesn't rot while it's in your skin, because that'd be a bad day. For you, at least. Alright, so right here, we have a silver Sharpie. Of course, for making notes, you can write on here. If you run out of paper or you run out of ink, you can resort to this and write on the can itself, because it's not going to hurt nothing. You got a lot of area space to do that. So if you wanted to get more space, you could paint all this out, or spray paint it or whatever, and you could make notes or make a map or whatever on it. But before I get too deep into this, I do recommend making on a Word document a list of what all you have in here. Because if you do not do that, you're going to go digging through your stuff, trying to find if you have this or not, when all you have to do is open up the piece of paper, and you can look and see what all is in your survival kit, and not have to go tearing it open trying to find something. So I did that. I know it's not in here right now. I haven't printed it yet, but I did do that, so that is going to be put in here. Alright, so right here we have some floss. This is Oral-B Super Floss, 10 strands of it. If you're like me and have braces, you need to keep the braces clean so they don't rot your teeth. But, you know, it didn't take up hardly any space, because it's really thin and I can make it into a small ball. So, put that in there. You never know. I could fit it in there, so I put it in there. A bunch of these things you're going to be going, what the heck you going to use that for? But I could fit it in here, so I'm going to put it in there. Alright, right here we have some crazy glue. Rednecks, as I am, you can fix anything with duct tape, super glue, and Velcro. So, I have all 3 of those things in here. So, I should be good off. Alright, right here. This is for the fishing kit that is in here. Well, this is a regular worm. What's it called? Because you're the fisherman. What's it called? You forgot. Really? Alright, whatever. But it's just a regular worm. It's got pretty sparkles in it. But, whatever. For fishing, of course. I'm not a fisher, I'm a hunter. I can tell you anything about hunting. Fishing, I can tell you, all you do is you throw a pole out there with a hook with some bait on it and try to catch a fish. Alright, here's some wire cutters for the snare wire you have in here. Also for the electric fence wiring, and maybe the thick wiring if you can get it. But I didn't put those in there for this. For cutting that thick wire, just for the snare wire, really. Right here we have flashlight. Alright, right here we have about 3 feet of just regular cordage. You can, ooh, sorry about that. This camera won't focus, maybe you can see it. you can unbraid this and get thinner strands for also sewing up a wound, or maybe makeshift fishing line or whatever you need it for. Alright, right here. This is for, I believe, cloths. They're really soft. I might actually have the packaging that they're in. Right here. This is the packaging that came in. They're soft cloth. This is really good stuff. I don't have a clue where we got it, but this is really good stuff. It's really soft. It's really durable. It opens up to about a 2x2, so that's really good. I'm glad I found that, because that's a lifesaver right there for cleaning up blood or whatever. Alright, so right here we have a bag of assorted items. I will get my ugly brother to hold the camera in a minute, and I will go through what all is in this little bag. What is in this bag is what the steel wool goes with, for you that are still wondering. Alright, we have 2 lighters in here. 1 lighter's in the assorted bag, and 1 is right here. Can't do it with my left hand. Hold on. With my right hand. I can do it with my right hand. Oh my god. Hold on, this lighter don't want to work. Oh my gosh. Alright, you get the point. There's fuel in it, I think. Oh, there ain't no fuel in it. What? Uh-oh. Did it spill in it?
Yeah.
You see it?
No, but
Alright,
it
guys.
smells like it.
It looks like the fuel has got out. I think, oh. You know what? I bet this cracked when I shut that thing. That's not good.
Oh, God.
It might have spilled it in there. I hope not. Alright. So, we have a couple flashlights in here. Sorry about the little delay. But, LED flashlight has 9 LED bulbs in here. It takes AA's, and we do have extra batteries for everything in here. Move. Alright, here's another 3 LED that's almost dead. Oh, no, it's not. I don't know. Yeah, it's almost dead. I don't know. A bunch of these things turn on when I shut this, because there's so much stuff packed in here. So I'm going to have to take some of this out, or maybe just leave this since I do have extra batteries for it. So that's the only thing. If you pack it really tight, you got to make sure nothing turns on. Alright, right here we have a thing of assorted pills. We have Tums, we have ibuprofen, and Tylenol in here. This cracked when I closed it, so I wrapped it in electrical tape so it'd stay together. But, as you can see, there's ibuprofen right on the top. And there's a good bit of, will you hold the camera? I'm just putting the lid back on it. But there is a good bit of Tums, ibuprofen, and Tylenol in here. Because if you don't get enough food, your head is going to start hurting, and you need something to soothe that so you can think straight and not make a stupid decision. Alright, right here we have a NASCAR mosquito repellent bug badge. So you would stick it to yourself, preferably right up under your neck to your shirt, so the mosquitoes will stay away from your face and all. Found that, put that in there because you can fit it. Alright, here's 5 single edge razor blades. This is in good little box. I had some of the regular ones, I didn't have a box for them. So I found this in the truck, so I put that in there. It's because razor blades you can do a lot of stuff with better than you can do with knives, especially for gutting things, especially squirrels. I use razor blades for gutting squirrels. I never use a knife. Well, I do if it's one of my great sharp knives, but I love using razor blades. Alright, let's go ahead and get these all out of the way. This is paracord. Excuse me. Alright, well, before we do that, these are just some regular hooks you would beat into a tree for if you're draping some paracord to put your tarp over or whatever thing you have for shelter. You bang those into a tree and wrap this around it and put it across, drape your tarp over it, and you'll have pretty good makeshift tent. That's what I'm planning on doing, at least. Alright, just gotta get the rest of the paracord out. Alright, here's a bunch of paracord I've had. Just bracelets, regular bracelets. I like to... Now, some people are going to be janking on me because they're like, you're not going to be able to tie them together and all this other kind of crap. But I like to put them in bracelets because I don't think they take up as much room. So right here we have... I don't think there's any more in there. Oh, yeah, there's more in there. Alright. Now I don't think there's more in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a little bit. So 6 paracord bracelets and a little bit. So that at least right there has you maybe 100 feet, maybe. It might be a little much, but what?
It's not 100 feet.
Maybe. I don't know. But 100 feet of paracord, so maybe a little less, but you should be good off with string and all that other sort of crap. Alright, right here we have 2 straps. Here's one strap. This is each of these probably about 4 feet. And then another strap, again probably about 4 feet. Alright, right here we have there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quarters, I think. You find a payphone or something. 8 quarters. Wrapped with electrical tape so they won't fall apart, and that takes up little space. So, put that in there. You never know. You might need quarters for, maybe if you know a way to start a fire with quarters, you'll have them. Or, I put them in there for if you find a payphone or something like that. Alright, so right here we have a little bit. This was thinner for model paint. I believe all that's still in there. But this is hand sanitizer, and for you that don't know, do this at your own risk. Hand sanitizer is highly flammable. If you put a spark to it, it'll light. I don't think I have any extra down here I'd show you. But, just a little thing. Not too much, not too less. It's not going to take up much room. And it's really great for making fires. Alright, next, this is the biggest knife we have in the kit. Actually... we do have a little bit of hand sanitizer. This is what I did have in there, but this was way too big. Alright, I'm going to try to do this at least.
You're an idiot.
My brother called me an idiot.
Because he is.
Alright, just a little bit. Alright, will you hold the camera, please?
I was about to say, I like it.
Alright, this is the bag of sorted items. We will go through that in just a second, but I have to get the lighter. Well, actually, I'm going to show you with a spark. I believe this will work. It's going to be a little hard. I can't make a spark.
Wish we could see it.
Alright, that wants to work. Alright. Alright, so as you can see, that burns very well. I don't think. See, it lights right up, and with a little blow, it goes right out. So you're not going to have a problem with setting everything on fire. You're my light, bro. Alright, so now we're going to go through the bag of assorted items. Since I already opened it, I do not need the assistance of the little child over there. Alright, this is a regular elastic. I burnt myself a little when I lit that thing. Alright, this is probably about 8 feet of it. This is really strong stuff. I found it, wrapped some electrical tape to keep it together. You never know. Again, if you can fit it in there, I recommend putting it in there. Alright, right here. This is what you're going to use your steel wool for. And actually, come here, assistant. He's not paying attention. Alright, I'm going to show you what you do. You take a 9-volt battery and steel wool. Can you see?
Yeah.
Alright. And you have to have a 9-volt battery because you have to have both sides on both ends. And you can touch it with your tongue and make sure there's a little bit of juice in it.
Juice.
You take your steel wool and you put it to both sides at the same time. And as you can see, it lights up real nice. And that's not going to go out.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Alright. It'll sit there and it'll burn out. As you can see, it went out. You use it uses itself up, but you put that in tinder and that'll light right up. So, I'm gonna break that off. Alright, so that is what the steel wool is for. For you for those of you that still did not have a clue what I need a steel wool for. Cotton ball again for lighting it on fire, to putting it in tinder. A little sticky pad, you might need to stick something to your thing, you never know. A headphone thing that keeps them together. Again, I can fit it in there. I put it in there, you never know. These are two guitar strings. These are about 4 feet each, really strong, of course. But they take up hardly any space, so I threw them in there. Alright, the sewing kit is in here. That's the battery. This is regular blue thread. That's all I could find. But blue thread, to sew up your clothes or whatever you need to sew up, of course. And then right here we have the needles. There's 5 in here, I believe. That's 3. That's 4. Oh, there's another one somewhere. Alright, maybe I only had 4 in there. I do not see it. That's not good. Alright, whatever. But, sewing kit. AA batteries. Well, no, these are AAA batteries for the, little flashlight right there. A flashlight / laser pointer to get somebody's attention, or anything like that. 5 eye hooks for, again, tying littler string to, or fishing line through. You put these in here so if you make a fishing pole, really, you're going to need something to run your fishing line through. So if you find a good stick, you can drill these into the stick, run your fishing line through it, and you'll have a makeshift fishing pole within 10 minutes. Alright, 3 little batteries for the laser / flashlight. Oh, actually, my bad. We have 6 eye hooks. 6 of them. And a large and a small safety pin. Alright, so that's it for the bag of assorted items. I know this is going a 20... it's like 22 minutes and like 12 seconds. But with a kit like this, you're going to have a long video. Alright, a nice multi-tool. Of course, I mean, I have like a billion knives in here. Here's the duct tape. This is a buttload of duct tape right here. I rolled this up a couple years ago because I had nothing else to do. So I found out, I was like, ooh, I'm putting that in there. Right here we have earplugs. You will always need earplugs if you need to go to sleep. You don't want water in your ear. You have your earaches or something like that. I don't know. But, there's 11 pair in here with 1 extra, and put them in a little Ziploc bag, and that fits in there nicely. The dog's barking or something. Lazy dog. That's Gage. You have seen him in one other video, I believe. I said you would see him in other videos, and I wouldn't lie. You saw him, but he's not doing anything. Gage! Gage! He woke up. Alright, he's mad with me now. Alright, so right here we have a fishing kit. I'm not going to open this up because it's electrical tape shut. In it we have hooks, sinkers,
Those are weights.
Sinkers, weights, and fishing line. I put this in here before I knew I could put the whole roll of fishing line, but this is about 20 yards of fishing line. So you could use that for fishing and if you didn't want to cut that. Alright, so right here we have a little bit of medical tape. It's not that much, but I had it, and I put that in there. Alright, right here we have a sharpening rock. And now some people argue with me to put a sharpening stone in there, but this rock is perfect for sharpening knives on. I believe I've done it before since it's all roughed up like that. But put that in there, that's real smooth, it's nice and small, and it's a perfect shape. So, threw that in there. Alright, right here we have electrical tape, a full roll of it. That is, woo, that's jacked up right there. Alright, whatever. It don't have to be pretty. You know. Jack, give me that hammer over there. Trying to get it flat again. Alright, but electrical tape. You never know. Beat that down.
It's not gonna work.
Alright, worked a little bit. Alright, this looks like electrical tape, but this is grip tape to put on your hands if you get calluses on it, or putting on any of your tools if you can't grip it real well. Alright, a Swiss Army knife with a compass on it, and a little red light. Ooh, there it is. To blanket people. Another small multi-tool. Another Swiss Army knife. That was stuff in there. Another multi-tool. Oh, and another multi-tool. This is really for your fishing kit. This is a nice small one with a oh, I can't do it with one hand. And a nice small pair of pliers. I believe that does it for the knives. Right here, well, never mind. I will get that in a second. For food, we have 2 Nature Valley peanut butter crunchy bars. There's one. The other one's in here somewhere. 2 Cliff bars. I thought I saw something. 2 Cliff bars, chocolate chip. I know they're all deformed and all, but it doesn't matter how it looks, as long as it keeps you alive. There's the second one. There's the other Nature Valley crunchy peanut butter bar. And also a pack of raisins. I would have put more in here, but I like raisins and I eat them all. But these are really high. Those will, in proteins, these will give you a lot of energy. That's why I love raisins. Alright, so right here we have 1, 2, 3. Alright, 3 12-gauge shotgun shells. I don't shoot these because these are the paper kind. These are old ones. These are not high brass. These are just regular bird shots. But I put these in here because you can use the bird shot for maybe poisoning an animal. I know that's like a last resort kind of thing because nobody wants to do that. And also to get the gunpowder out of and light that up to put in your tinder to start a fire. Alright, we're almost done. Not that much more stuff. Alright, 2 colors of flagging tape. We have lime green and orange. These are for if you go out hiking to find water or food or whatever. Maybe you find a tree with apples on it, or you find a grapevine, muscadines, whatever. Whatever is native to your area. I recommend taking some of this to flag it off, so if you do find a water source, you can follow the flagging tape to bring you back to that water source so you have a good amount of water. This is a bunch of flagging tape. Really, you really only need 1, but I could fit 2 in here, so I'll put 2 in there. There is the old African way of when you walk, break a stick over so you can find your way like that. But I don't like that method. I've tried that method before when I'm hunting and I got lost. So I found my way out though. But because my dad drove up there with the truck, started honking the horn, I just went to the sound of the horn. But found my way out. But I didn't like that method, so I use flagging tape. Especially when I'm going to one of my deer stands. I'll flag it all. Oh, my dad really will. But, so I'll be able to find my way there. Alright, here we have a green poncho. This is one of the larger ponchos. We have 2 of them in here. Of course, to keep dry, because I do not have a tarp in here. I couldn't fit one. I haven't got one. But we have 2 of these in here. We have 1 for me, 1 for another person, or double them up. Or use one as a tarp. Alright, there's the other poncho right there. Right here we have a ace bandage. This is the Velcro kind. I don't like the one with the little metal clips because you lose them. But with the Velcro, it's going to stay secure and you're not worried about losing anything and not being able to use your ace bandage anymore. So I got the one with the Velcro on it. Right here we have the first aid kit. I will go over the contents of this in just a minute. But we're going ahead and go get through with what's inside so we can get this out of the way. Alright. Oh, I can't even get anything out. Yeah, hold this. Alright. Alright, right here we have another rain poncho. It says it's a lightweight, foldable, fits in nearly any size, 100% waterproof. This is a 50 by 80 inch poncho, so a big one. This is just like the other one, but this one's just still in the packaging. Alright, right here we have 4 painter's rags. This is really good. This is a lot better than regular paper towels because they're a lot stronger, and they soak up really well, and they don't get all brittle and all once you do that with them. So that's 4 right there, and as you can see, it takes up hardly any room. Alright, here we have, it's either 5 or 6 sheets of sandpaper to sand down something that doesn't fit the size, or, I mean, you never know. It doesn't take off hardly any room, and again, I can fit it in there, so I put it in there. Alright, right here we have a thing of Bass Pro. It's a Bass Pro. I got my wallet in that. I will go over what's inside of there in just a minute, because I even forgot what's inside of there. Alright, pack of Trident gum, 18 sticks, have it keep your breath minty fresh, or whatever you need to do with it. Bait, fishing bait, whatever. Alright, right here we have, my hand's in the way, 4 planks of thin, I think this is balsa wood, for starting a fire since it's really dry. And I had this from a burning kit, as you can see. I burned a whole bunch of random stuff into it. But there's 4 of them. They take up a little bit of room, but again, I can fit them in there, so I put them in there. You're going to hear me saying that a lot. Alright, and then for the notepad, I have a pen, zebra pen, and a notepad. It's just a regular notepad. It's in the white and right when wet paper. But I am going to look into getting some of that for something I will tell you about in just a moment. Alright, and as you can see, that is it for inside of the con. Yeah, I know I said that a little weird. This is my only problem in it, since this is not completely flat. It's got this little raised bench in it, but I deal with it, and all of my things still fit in there very nicely. So I'm gonna set that to the side. Now, right here in the Bass Pro can, well, you know what? Tell you what. Since I pulled this out for us, I'm going to do the first aid kit first. So if you will take the camera and video that, please. Alright, right here, I wrapped it with electrical tape because it didn't want to stay together. So when you take this off, I recommend putting it to some of your gear, not a tree or a bush or nothing, because it'll be unsticky then. But I recommend using electrical tape better, because electrical tape works a little bit better. It holds its stickiness a little bit better. And it's not going to leave that film of duct tape, like when you use duct tape. Even though I do have duct tape in there, that's for a more permanent fix. Alright, so we'll go ahead and stick that to the bench. Alright, so going into, this is a little Johnson & Johnson first aid kit, I modified. I found this in the medicine cabinet or whatever. And you can get these at CVS or anywhere like that. Alright. So, right on top, we have a pair of scissors. You can use this for cutting your fishing line, or cutting something out of you, cutting your skin. If you have a big cut across your arm or something like that. Right here we have 2 CVS little brushes. This is made for getting up in between your brackets on your braces. But I threw a couple of them in there because you never know. You might need to dig something out or something or whatever. Alright, these are not alcohol prep pads, but these do the same thing. These are lens cleaning wipes. There is, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 of these. So 8 of those in there. Those are really good. Tweezers. Coleman waterproof camp matches. I like these a lot. I tested these. These work phenomenally well. There is, oh man, 40 in a pack. So this is your backup to your matches. I mean, to your lighters. I recommend using this if you have to sterilize skin or a needle or something, rather than the matches, because, I mean, than the lighters, because the lighters are using fuel and the matches are just using plain wood and all. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Band-Aids. You know, again, I can fit it, so I put it in there. Alright, these are 2 alcohol prep pads. These came in it originally, so I just left them in there. And then right in the bottom we have 2 big gauze pads. They are 2 inch by 2 inch. Really thick. I can feel that they're really thick and all. So that's just a little, not makeshift, but just a basic first aid kit, that will get you through any, wound or anything. Alright, so going on to the big Bass Pro can. Now, if you wanted to, you could make this its own survival kit itself inside of a survival kit, or one different one altogether. But I will go in and tell you now, look in the future for a video by me. It is the car survival kit. I have that made already. I have not had the time to do a video on that yet, because I've been trying to get this video done.
Can do it after.
My brother said we can do it after this one, but I'm not going to because I'm tired and I'm ready to go to bed. But do look for that in the future. Alright, so right in here. Please look at the camera so you don't mess anything up, please. Alright, we have more knives in here. Right here we have an old bowstring. This is probably about 5 feet. This I know is tested for 60 pounds. That's what my dad was pulling back at the time. But this is one of his old ones, so I put that in there because that's really strong stuff. Alright, fire striker for y'all that are getting really mad at me right now for going, where in the heck is your fire striker? Right here, it was inside that little tin so it wouldn't get wet or anything like that. Alright. Snare wire I was talking about. This is 26 gauge, 270 foot of it. There's probably a good 250 foot left on here because I did use this for snaring a couple years ago. Alright, the rest in here is knives. So we have another Swiss Army knife by Cabela's, just a regular serrade knife. Another regular serrade touch TM knife. A Sheffield knife, and one of my favorite knives is a Remington orange camo knife. This is one of my favorite knives. This is the second biggest knife in here. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not show you this knife when I pulled it out. This is a Ducks Unlimited serrade knife with a nice sheath on it. As you can see, they are very close in size. Almost about the same length, but the Ducks Unlimited is just a tad bit longer. But this one has a little sawing edge on it, this one was not. So, that's the only difference. Alright guys, that just about concludes the ammo can survival kit. Before I go, I will show you what my next project is going to be. I gotta get it out. Alright, that's it. My not miniature, but my Altoids survival tin. I just got this knife today from my granddad. It's probably a little too big to put in there, but I might just put that in there for a multi-tool. But I do planning on having a multi-tool with me. So I'm probably not gonna put a knife in here because I might carry this one wherever I go. But this still has Altoids in it. Oh, I can't get it open. Oh, there it goes. This still have the Altoids in it. I'm going to put those in a little Ziploc bag. Oh yeah, little funny thing. Alright, it won't focus, but it says, if you sail to an island, defeat a giant, and scale a mountaintop, Altoids are still stronger than you. And I will be I don't even know if they were wrong, because we just, there might be out there already, but Altoids challenge. Putting a couple of these bad boys in your mouth, you're going to go crazy. But that is my next project, guys. Do look out for the car survival kit. And we'll see you next time.